Alright, hello. Welcome to me playing Trails of Cold Steel. Yeah, so I don't have an amazing amount of history with the Trails series. But yeah, what I've only really got past the prologue in Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once, just to make sure that I'm getting, if there's any options I need to check. Right. And it doesn't seem like there's really any I need to. In any case, yeah, it's a series known for being very sort of like lore-rich. It's very sort of... Well, I listened to an interview with someone who was involved in localizing it recently, and and the Trails series at large at Exceed, and they were talking about how they had like a whiteboard with like all like details for about individual sort of character journeys that happen between the games, and there's like six or 700 of them. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off here. Basically, the idea is that the Trails. So there's like the big series, which is... Oh, right. So going back, I don't know if there's any point in explaining this. Like, one of the sort of like generally considered to be earliest JRPG series is a series called Dragon Slayer, not to be confused with Dragon's Lair. And then there was like a sub-series within that called The Legend of Dragon Slayer, The Legend of Heroes. And now they've done The Legend of Heroes Trails sub-series, or as it's known in Japan, Kizaki. So yeah, there are like 3 sub-series within Trails now. So there's Trails in the Sky. There's then the Crossbell arc, I think it's called, which is Trails in Azure and Trails in the Void, I think. But it's unlikely that's going to get localized. But in any case, the idea is that you start at the beginning of one of the series, but it doesn't really matter all that much which one you pick. So this could be... This is my point, that this could be a good starting point for you, and if you haven't played a game in the series before. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of probably going to do first impressions, but because it's such a story-heavy game, I don't know that I'll be able to really comment much. But yeah, this is on PS3, PS Vita. If you've got either of them, maybe consider checking it out. I don't know. So yeah, I've been told that the ideal difficulty level is hard. And And as it's trying to tell me, don't use Nightmare. And I find that generally with a lot of Falcon games. I'm also a fan of Ys, and so I'm probably going to do a video on Ys at some point. So yeah, let's begin.
What's happening? Who's in control of those things? Get in touch with the 4th Armored Division! We need backup from Lieutenant General Craig!
is awful. What happened here?
How terrible.
I can smell smoke. Are they using gunpowder?
They've completely blindsided us. It appears that everything else they've done today was to serve as a decoy, even making the tanks go haywire.
Right. It looks like their real target was the railway guns all along. Which means they must be serious about targeting that trade conference in Crossbell City.
They wouldn't.
How can they possibly sink? So, they're intent on taking the Chancellor's head after all.
Resorting to such wanton violence? This is absolutely outrageous.
Please, let us help. We don't know if reinforcements are on the way, and it doesn't look like we have much time left. We have to stop them before they can activate the railway guns.
Green's right.
I don't know how much we can really do, but considering the alternative, we have to try.
Right. I'm not about to let those terrorists have their way.
Looks like any attempt to convince you otherwise would fall on deaf ears. Alright, Green, you and the rest of Group A with me. Group B, you'll be under the command of Major Neidhart.
One group will secure the gun at the right wing. The other group will secure the left. This is an actual combat situation, with real lives at stake. I expect the best from each of you. Yes, sir! Alright, Class 7. Our objective is to stop the activation of the railway guns. We've learned a lot at the Academy. It's time to put that knowledge to the test. Understood!
Oh, neat. It looks like I can save anywhere. Might as well. So yeah, essentially it's sort of like across all the games there's sort of like an interconnected narrative going on. So like you can, like, events that occur in one game, in one sort of like sub-series of trails might occur in another. I don't know the full details. Don't really need to rest at the moment, do I? And zoom out and zoom in. It's not very much of a zoom, is it?
Here they come!
They look just like that thing we fought during our field study. Mechanical monstrosities.
Save the talking for later. We need to take these things out.
Got it!
Here they come! Be careful, everyone!
Here we go!
Alright, so the battle system is largely, from what I can tell, pretty similar to Trails in the Sky. In that, I don't think they... I'm wondering if they just don't change between the games, because it's pretty good anyway. It's sort of like an in-betweeny stage between just like a regular turn-based JRPG and like a strategy one. Like you can walk a set amount of squares, kind of thing, but you don't have to stand specifically on the squares. If you get me, you can just like walk directly. So
My turn.
oh no, you can also skip attack animations. I've forgotten that. So I'm just going to do attacks for now, while while I'm still learning the systems. Like, see, there's like seem to be a slight amount of knockback on those attacks, which of course like changes your placement.
My turn.
Can I see? Oh right, that's it. S break. See in the bottom of the screen, at least right. I'm trying to work out and make sure I am talking sense. Below each of the character portraits, you'll see like a little glowing symbol. as far as I can tell, what that's about is it's helping you, allowing you to do sort of extra turns between turns. And then if you also look on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll where there's like the turn order. You can then use that to give your team bonuses, because as you can see, this character is going to get 10% plus EP heal. So I don't know if that means I have to like heal to get a bonus, or if it's related to something else. You know, obviously I don't really know the terminology all that well yet. Do I have a healing move? A cross-shaped void bathes all in holy light. Alright, I'm doing that one just because I like the description. Alright, so obviously that attack's got a charge time on it. Okay, so so the bonus seems to be occurring on the next enemy turn. I don't know what that bonus is though. It might be like Sepith up or something like that. So I'm going to do the killing blow on this and then try and immediately trigger S-Break. Oh no, it wasn't quick enough. Well, that is certainly a move. I'll try and finish off these little ones first. Are there any arts that I can use? Brings down judgment upon foes with lightning. See, you can see why placement's important, can't you now? Because like each attack has like its sort of like specific range and direction. So I'm going to do it just like that, so I can get the one on the left as well. What I'm really liking about these is they look kind of like super moves, like they shouldn't like be the kind of thing you get right off the bat in most RPGs. Oh, I just missed everything. Is that the last enemy? Alright, looks like we're done with this fight. Alright, neat. We're getting bonuses and stuff. Yes, Sepith. I'm still not sure what that's about. I think it's like crafting materials for things. But it was using Trails in the Sky. I still couldn't get my head around it completely. I think I might have at the time. I don't know. I know you can trade them for money as well. Anyway, let's continue.
No doubt about it. Those things were the same as the one we fought outside Legram. It seems a large number of them are on the loose inside the fortress. I'm guessing that's what got the soldiers we just saw too.
Seems so.
So these are archaisms.
Are you certain, Instructor?
Yeah, they're a kind of autonomous weapon made by a rather unsavory group. And a real pain to deal with, too. We need to hurry, but keep your wits about you.
Understood.
Oh, I think this thing's happening again. Basically, this happened in Yakuza 3 as well, where it because I'm using a DualShock 4, it doesn't seem to register like certain diagonal angles properly, so it will the characters will go into walking animations. So I'll just kind of like focus forward first. If I keep doing that, will it die?
Here they come! Be careful, everyone!
My turn.
Well, they don't seem to be damaged at all.
Very well.
Alright, so the assists seem to be going along the lines of those glowy things. So I'll get these two to both attack this enemy. I'll get her to finish off that one.
My turn. I shall fulfill my duty as a noble.
You met the wrong teacher. Hey,
Alright, let's try another S-Break. Plasma Storm.
let's see you live through this. Plasma Storm! Lights out for them. Good work.
Enemy sighted! Take them out! My turn!
Let's see if he's got any good arts. Demonic Scythe. Steel Souls. So I keep picking all the really overpowered, well, seemingly overpowered ones. Volcanic Rain.
I'll handle this.
So you can just, like, devote your turn to moving, if you want to. Although there's not really much point. At least not at this point, anyway. Wait, didn't I get her to use an art? Oh, heavenly nice.
Argus activate. Now,
Go! We'll cut our own path.
Gonna save just in case. Oh yeah, and you can also see there it says cross save. So whichever version you get, well, if you buy both versions, you can transfer saves between them. But I seem to remember there's an issue which means that you have to download. If you buy DLC and use it on one version, you then need to have the download it on the other one. Otherwise, you won't be able to transfer the saves across. Just double checking I've not really missed anything in one of these side paths. At least I think these are side paths. doesn't seem openable, and rubble. Oh no, and gigantic holes in the way. So yeah, I guess this is the way forward, and there's no side things at the moment.
Where are we?
This must be Borrelia Canyon. You can see Crossbell State on the other side.
There!
Those are...
The railway guns. They're enormous.
Damn! How'd they manage to get them prepped so fast? Don't tell me they're just gonna let them rip without even setting a target.
Instructor! Well, they're certainly not shy about bringing out the big guns.
Damn it! We don't have time for this! We need to take these things out fast!
Right there with you.
Let's send these cretins to the scrap heap.
Enemy sighted. Take them out.
Okay.
Alright, I will move her then. I'll move her to the side so I can do like a line between them, or at least try to.
Here we go.
Is this going to be one of those... Because they seem to be level 50, I'm wondering if this is going to be like one of those fights that you're meant to lose. Alright, well I'll do that, because that seems to...
I'll handle this.
My turn. Argus, activate. Yeah.
Alright, so the healing moves are in the support category, rather than like a main thing. What are crafts again? Oh. Right. Right, so I can't get far enough away to do a magic attack across them like I am doing with the teacher. So I'm just gonna blast them with what I've got for now. I'm gonna put all my efforts into this one, primarily.
the shore! Crystal Saber!
My turn. Argus activate.
Here we go! Arcus, activate. Ha!
Leave it to me.
Here we go!
Have they got some sort of status effect that means that they can't attack? Is that because I used the S-link? The S-break thing? Oh, damn it. Which is bad because she was my healer. There's a high chance I'm not going to survive this now, I think. If that's the case. Right, so... So what is this character, this enemy resistant to? Because it seemed to be resistant to lightning, and also resistant to fire, and also resistant to physical. So... Was it resistant to frost? Oh, I don't know.
Leave it to me.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Impossible. Go!
Leave it to me.
Not yet. Flames, gather on my blade.
Leave it to me.
Thanks.
My turn.
Thank you very much.
Leave it to me.
I suppose I should thank you. Go!
everyone.
Okay.
I suppose I should thank you. My turn.
Thank you very much.
My turn!
Let's see who lives through this! Plasma Sword!
My turn.
Yeah!
My turn!
Sorry!
Impossible.
My turn. Big, burning daylight.
A self-destruct mechanism. Is there cowardice know no bounds?
We're running out of time. I'm gonna go on ahead. Follow me as soon as you're sure it's safe to...
Railway guns.
No, no, no!
Don't!
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This train is bound for Bereahard via Keldic. The next stop is Trista. Trista. We will be stopped at Trista for 1 minute. When disembarking, please ensure no belongings are left behind.
Those lino flowers? Never seen so many all blossoming at once.
Ouch.
Whoa, sorry about that. Are you okay? I should have picked a better place to take in the scenery.
Don't worry about it. I should have been paying more attention to where I was going instead of gawking at the flowers. It's really a pretty town, though, isn't it? Just like a postcard.
Yeah, I guess that's the magic of springtime for you. I hope everything in your case is okay.
Oh, don't worry about that. It'll be fine. Hey, you've got the red uniform too, huh?
Yeah, but now that you mention it, almost everyone else on the train had a green jacket. You're one of the few I've seen in red. I didn't really think about it until now. I just put on the uniform they sent me.
I hadn't given it much thought until I got here either. But yeah, like you said, there have been a few others sporting them too, so I doubt it's a mistake. Maybe it means we'll end up being classmates. Anyway, I should get going. I've got a feeling we'll see each other again at the entrance ceremony, though.
I totally forgot to ask her name. Oh well, I'm sure we'll run into each other later. She's right, though. It is weird that there are so few of us in red. Are there even enough to make a class? That ornament they sent with the uniform is pretty strange, too. It sure looks a lot fancier than your standard issue ornament, that's for sure. Guess there's no point in racking my brain over it. Someone will probably explain it during orientation. Thor's military academy's on the north side of town. I've still got some time to look around before the entrance ceremony, but it'd be pretty awkward to be late the first day.
I'm wondering what I should do, because... because I know these games are generally very sort of side quest heavy, so I don't know if it would probably behoove me to talk to every NPC just in case they've got like something to say. Because like obviously all these lines of dialogue that we're getting at the moment, like they seem to be like they're gonna change after I go into the academy. Can I go into, like... Well, it seems I can't go in there now. Yeah, I should probably switch to my DualShock 3 next time.
I shall take my leave here, milady. I pray you find victory here in both your studies and your training.
Thank you, Klaus. I'm leaving everything in your hands while Father is away.
Understood, milady. Please excuse my rudeness, young sir. It truly is a splendid day, is it not? The start of a new chapter in the lives of so many promising youths. Allow me to express my sincerest congratulations on your admittance into this fine academic institution.
Oh. Thank you very much. So this is it. Thor's Military Academy. Founded by the legendary Emperor Dreikels himself.
Thank you for your patience, sir. We've arrived at the Academy.
Much obliged.
Please, if you'll allow me to take your luggage.
That won't be necessary. I prefer to avoid standing out too much.
But, sir...
This isn't open for debate. Take whatever rest you need, then return to Bereahard.
As you wish. I shall be departing then, sir. May your time spent in these hallowed halls be all you've hoped for. Please take care of yourself.
Welcome to Thor's Military Academy. Let's see. Yes, you're the last of them. That'd make you... Rean Schwarzer, right?
Yes, that's me. It's a pleasure to meet you. But how do you know me?
It's a long story. Don't sweat the details right now.
Is that your weapon you've got wrapped up? I'll need to hold on to that for the time being.
Oh, right. It mentioned something about that in the guidebook.
Thanks. We should be able to return it to you before long. You'll hardly even miss it.
The entrance ceremony is going to be held in the auditorium. Just head straight back. You can't miss it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your first day at Thor's.
We're glad to have you. I hope these next 2 years will be a fruitful time for you.
Now, if I may, I'd like to say a few words in closing about this Academy's illustrious history. Thor's Military Academy was founded almost 220 years ago. Its founder, as I'm sure you're all aware, was none other than the great Emperor Dreichels. The very same emperor who ended the War of the Lions and returned prosperity to the Erebonian Empire. 30 years after becoming emperor, in the later years of his life, he opened the doors of this institution. It was to be a place where young people like yourselves could learn the art of war. But with the mechanization of the military, many of our graduates now pursue careers outside the Army. Our mission, however, remains the same: to prepare our students to fulfill Emperor Dreichels' famous mandate. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. Though much has happened these past 2¼ centuries, the world is still the domain of the young. Yet still the question remains: what qualities must one possess to become a part of its foundation? I hope this credo will serve as a guide and an inspiration to you during your 2 years at this academy. Go forth, my students. The world awaits the great things you will one day accomplish.
No pressure, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Though, this is Dreichels the Lionheart we're talking about. He didn't earn his nickname by taking the easy road. Guess we've got more to worry about than just passing exams, huh?
I guess we do. I'm Elliot Craig. Nice to meet you.
Reen Schwarzer. Hey, looks like we're sporting the same school fashion.
Yeah, no idea what the red uniform is supposed to mean, though. Most of the other students are wearing green. Well, except for the ones in the white uniforms. Those must be the nobles.
Looks that way. Though...
Something wrong?
Nah, just thinking to myself.
And that brings us to the close of Thor's 215th entrance ceremony. Next, please proceed to the class designated in your guidebook. There, you will go over the school rules as well as your class's curriculum. That is all. Dismissed!
The class designated in our guidebook? I don't remember seeing anything like that.
There wasn't any information on that in mine either. I just assumed they'd tell us where to go after the ceremony.
All right! Students in red uniforms, if I can have your attention, please. By now, you're probably all confused. Where's my class assignment, you're probably thinking. That's perfectly understandable. Your situation is a little more complicated than the other students. But before I explain, I'd like all of you to join me for a special orienteering exercise.
What?
Did you mean an orientation exercise?
Worry not. Everything will be made clear soon enough. Now, right this way, if you would.
Looks like we're gonna have to follow her if we want any answers.
What do you think this is all about?
I have no idea, but we're not going to accomplish anything just standing around here. We should go with her.
What is this place?
Why is there a building this dilapidated on campus? It looks like it should have been torn down ages ago.
What does she even want us to do here?
Is she ever gonna tell us what's going on?
I suppose we'll just have to go inside and see for ourselves what awaits us.
This place looks like some old haunted mansion or something.
Now that you mention it, it kinda does.
So, these are our new underclassmen, huh?
Yep. They've got a different set of hoops to jump through than we did, though. I'm just happy all our work's paying off. I'd hate to have put in a year's worth of effort for nothing.
Ain't that the truth? Wait, when did you do any work? You were just slacking off the whole time.
Says the master slacker. Still, looks like Elisa's got some stiff competition. Quite a bevy of beauties they've got there. And I'm looking forward to getting intimately acquainted with each and every one of them.
Oh, you know one of them? Wait. No, not these ones too. Stop flirting with every damn girl you lay eyes on. Do you have any idea how many guys at this school have gotten their hearts broken because of your libido? Did you just sneer at me?
Come on now, no fighting, you two.
Well, look who finally made it. Nice work, you two.
You got our little chickadees all sorted out, I take it?
Yep, they're all bright-eyed and ready to go. So from here on out, we're gonna have to give it all we've got to support this fledgling class.
Now you sound the part of the student council president.
Guess she's going all in.
Well, they'd be in for a pretty rough time if we didn't help out a little. At least to start with, anyway. Everything's ready over there, right?
You betcha. Just like the instructor asked. Can't help but feel a little sorry for them, though.
Same here. They've got no idea what they're being tossed into. The class they've been picked for didn't even exist before this year. Guess all we can do is watch and see what they're made of, right?
The name's Sarah Valestine. I'm the instructor in charge of Class 7, which means you get the pleasure of seeing me all year. Glad to finally meet you.
Wait, Class 7?
Us? I'm not sure I understand. I wasn't told anything about this at enrollment.
Excuse me, Instructor Sarah? I was under the impression that there were only 5 classes at this academy, and that students were split among them based on their social class and home region.
Right you are, Miss Top Scorer on the Thor's entrance exam. Students in each year are divided into 5 classes, 2 for the nobility and 3 for commoners. And it's been that way for ages, right up through last year. But this year, we decided to shake things up a little.
What do you...
We now have a 6th class, fittingly titled Class 7. And in Class 7, we recognize no distinction between nobles and commoners.
Wait, you just jumped straight from 5 to 7?
You're really putting nobles and commoners in the same class?
This must be some kind of joke. And why is this the first I've heard of it?
Well, who are you again?
Machias Regnitz. And with all due respect, Instructor, it's ludicrous to intermix nobles and commoners like this. Must I be forced to spend my next 2 years shoulder to shoulder with those arrogant, stuck-up hedonists?
You do know I'm not the one who made the decision, right? Besides, what's the big deal anyway? You're all kids. Can't you all just get along or something?
Is it just get along? And how would you propose we do that? What are you looking at?
Oh, nothing much. I just find the irony of your behavior rather humorous.
Is that so? It seems the scion of some noble house has left the comfort of his mansion to grace the unwashed masses with his wisdom. Please, milord, do share your esteemed name with us so I can give you all the respect you deserve.
Usus Alberea. Not that I'd expect the name of an arrogant, stuck-up hedonist to lodge itself in that hard head of yours.
He's from one of the 4 great houses.
The son of Duke Alberea, lord of the Kreutzen province in the southeast.
Well, you don't get much more noble than that.
Interesting. I'd heard the rumors.
Do you expect me to be impressed? Your family lineage means nothing to me. I'll never bend my knee to the likes of...
Okay, that's enough. I'm sure a couple of you have a few grievances, but now's not the time. I'll hear your complaints later. Right now, you've got your orienteering exercise, and far be it from me to keep you from our fun little icebreaker.
You mentioned this orienteering exercise earlier? What exactly does that involve?
It's a form of outdoor competition, isn't it? Something like a cross between a map-reading exercise and a scavenger hunt?
Is that why they asked us to hand over our weapons at the gate?
Nothing gets by you, does it? But I don't want to spoil the fun, so let's get started, shall we?
Huh? Oh. What? Ah!
Come on, Fee. No cheating. You're going with them, and that's that. What's the point in having an icebreaker if you don't make a couple of new friends?
Lame.
Oh, what just happened?
The floor gave out from under us.
I can't believe I fell for such an obvious trap.
Does this mean there's a series of catacombs beneath the school grounds then?
What does that woman think she's playing at?
I thought my heart was going to jump out of my chest. Hey, Reen, are you okay?
Oh, what happened? Huh?
Well, this is a bit awkward.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Still, I'm just glad you're okay. That's what's really important here, right?
Wow, it's just not your day, is it?
Well, now that I've hit the bottom, things can only improve. I hope. What is this place anyway?
I was wondering the same thing. We should check out those tables. Huh?
Is this?
It's coming from the devices we received with the Academy guidebook.
Seems to be some sort of portable orbment.
Right you are. These handy little devices are a special kind of battle orbment.
Is that Miss Valentine?
So, these devices have built-in communications functionality then?
Wait, don't tell me these things are...
New model battle orbments made through a partnership between the Epstein Foundation and Reinford Company. Newly made 5th generation battle orbments, in fact. They're called Argus units.
Argus.
So these are battle orbments. That means they'll allow us to use arts, right?
Sure will. Just set a quartz into one of its slots and you can use arts all the livelong day. Which is why I've prepared enough quartz for each and every one of you. The weapons you brought are all here too, each packaged neatly along a little box containing the quartz. Find yours, and try setting the quartz into your Arcus.
I suppose it can't hurt to try.
What is this woman thinking?
Let's see. Mine is that one.
Oh, I see mine over there. Let me just go grab it, okay?
What's this?
That's called a Master Quartz. If you set that into the large slot in the center of your Arcus, you'll be able to use arts. Go on, give it a try.
What in the world?
That light means that you've successfully synchronized with your Arcus. Congratulations! Now you can use arts as much as you want. These Arcus units have plenty more nifty features. But I wouldn't want to bombard you with too much info all at once, so we'll cover those another time. Anyway, since you've got your Arcus all set up and ready to go, here's what I want you to do. When you step through that door, you'll be in an underground testing area. Basically, it's a dungeon. It's pretty large and full of twists and turns. I'd almost guarantee you'll get lost at least once. But when you find the exit, you'll be able to return to the first floor of this old schoolhouse. There are monsters wandering around, though, so don't let your guard down even for a moment. With all that said, let's commence our special orienteering exercise. Your objective is to make your way through this area and back to the surface. Make it back in one piece, and I'll be happy to field any complaints you might have. If you make it back safely, I might even give you a kiss. Free of charge. On the cheek, of course.
I don't think she's joking.
And just where do you think you're going? Were you planning to wander off on your own without saying anything?
I have no interest in becoming friends with anyone here, and I'm surprised that you, of all people, give a damn what I do. Unless you've suddenly decided you do want to keep company with one of those stuck-up hedonists after all. Still, if you're afraid of the monsters, I suppose I could accompany you. After all, what kind of Erebonian noble would I be if I didn't have at least some degree of prowess with a sword? And noblesse oblige dictates that it's my sacred duty to protect powerless commoners such as yourself.
What the hell? Nobody's asking your high excellency to deign to help us! If that's how you're gonna be, I'll just find my way out of here before you! I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself without some relic of an outdated class still dragging me down!
What should we do?
The only thing we can do. We should begin exploring these ruins ourselves. I believe it would be prudent to remain in small groups, however. Would the two of you have any objections to accompanying me?
No, that's fine.
It would be a huge help, actually.
And you're welcome to join us as... well, I suppose that's a no. Perhaps we'll run into her along the way, and she can join us then. So, shall we be off? I'm certain you gentlemen will be fine, but do take care.
Okay.
If you'll excuse us, please.
Not such a hot first impression there, huh?
You can say that again. I'll have to clear things up with her later. Anyway, how do you guys want to do this? Should the three of us stick together too?
Sounds good to me. I'd get pretty anxious wandering around a place like this alone.
No objections here. I'd be happy to accompany you. I don't believe I've introduced myself yet. My name is Gaius Warzel. I just arrived in the Empire, so any help you can offer would be much appreciated.
Oh, so you're from abroad. I'd been wondering. My name's Reen Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Elliot Craig. So, you fight with that?
Of course. Why else would I be carrying it?
It's a spear, but it has that odd cross-shaped head.
It looks kind of awesome.
Think of it as combining the best parts of a spear and a poleaxe. I was pretty handy with it back home. But speaking of weapons, I have to say, yours looks pretty unique.
Oh, this thing.
Is it a staff? Wait, no. It's an orbment, isn't it?
Both, actually. It's an orbal staff. The tech is pretty recent. This one's still a prototype, more or less. Back during enrollment, they told me I had some aptitude for it, so when it came time to choose, I just sort of ran with it.
Interesting. I've never seen anything like it before.
Can't say I have either.
They're still in development, apparently, so there aren't too many around just yet. But that said, I'm curious about what you've got there, Reen.
Oh, my sword?
Yeah, but what kind of sword is it?
It's different from the kinds of swords I thought the people in the Empire used, though.
It's an eastern style of saber called a tachi. Any way you slice it, though, it's basically a longsword.
Wow, that's one beautiful blade.
The craftsmanship looks exceptional.
They're renowned for the layering of their steel and the sharpness of their edge. Truth be told, though, I'm still a little hesitant to be swinging around something this dangerous.
Seriously? If that's what hesitant looks like, I'll bet confidence will make you unstoppable.
Well, you sound like a good guy to have around when the going gets tough. Speaking of which, I think we've been standing around long enough. We should really be getting ourselves into trouble.
I think I can manage that. You saw it yourselves. Trouble has a way of dropping in on me. Let's take it slow and steady, though. We need to adapt to each other's fighting styles to really gel as a team.
Got it.
Alright, so I think I'm going to leave that there then. Yeah, I'll probably do another video, but of course I don't even know if this is recorded. But yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot. And yeah, I look forward to continuing it. So yeah, see you on another video, and goodbye.